What's going on, everybody? Oxydize bringing you another Albion online tutorial. Your testosterone daddy, the 22-inch snake wrangler, is going to tell you and answer this question that probably made you click on this video. When should I be going to the black zone? Should it be day 1? Should it be day 10? Should I have tier 7 gear? Should I have tier 4 gear? Well, I will answer all these questions right after I tell you about me streaming on Twitch. Whoa, yeah, I stream on Twitch, Albion a lot of the times, and now we're getting to other games as well. Come and stop on by. Schedule's a little bit weird, but hey, I'm always there. It's always gonna be a bloody good time, mate. And yeah, let's get into the video. Now, everyone watching this, I do highly recommend you go click on the video up in the corner way over there, way over, you know what I'm saying, way over there. It's the unofficial part 1. It's my very first tutorial I did about 4 or 5 months ago. It's a little bit shoddy. It's really not that great, but it just gives you some really good information that I'm going to share with you. That's a little bit of a precursor to this. Now, I show you the board here, the Destiny board, because you have some really important things you have to look at here. First and foremost, you need to get expert reaver for this to work. You can get this extremely quickly by just doing yellow zone dungeons, which are the dungeons over here. I mean, you can get that within the first day. Quick, I mean, soon. It will not take very long at all. But I do highly recommend you get to tier 5 expert reaver, because you do extra damage to tier 5 mobs this way, okay? And you get better defense to tier 5 mobs as well. And the reason I tell you to do this is going to make your time in the black zone that much easier, which, if you don't know how to get to the black zone, wherever you start in the world depends on the tutorial. You get to choose, but you want to come to the big royal cities. Thetford, Fort Sterling is over here. There we go. Fort Sterling, Martlock, Bridgewatch, Limhurst. You're going to end up into one of these pretty quickly. Just follow the tutorial and the quest line that Albion has. You'll get to one of these major cities, and then once you get to the major cities, if you press the N key, hold on, even better. How are you today? While I'm going, oh look, we're already back here. So when you get to the major city, you're gonna show up here, press the N key, and you're gonna look for the realm gate, which every single royal city has one of these. Just come over here, and then you want to go through here. You're going to go into the Conqueror's Hall. Now, when you get into here, you're going to want to hit up this portal here, and you're gonna pick which portal you want to go through. Just know whichever city you decide to go through in the black zone, you're stuck in that city's black zone area for 7 days. I'm not really sure why they did that, but that is the case. You have to only use that city for the next week before you can change cities. It just is what it is. Okay, but before we go in, I want to talk about your equipment. Now, this is, to me, is a very standard early game build. It's a very early game build for PV, for solo content. Okay, and we can come down here and look at the estimated value. It's a little under 50,000 silver. What I recommend wholeheadedly is that you want to have enough money to buy this set again if you end up dying back there. If you round up to 50k. If you have 100k silver and you buy this and you're down to 50k, if everything goes poorly, if everything goes badly, you can buy it again and get out there. But you will end up making 48k pretty quickly while doing what I'm about to show you here. If you are interested in this build, I have a whole bunch of builds on my channel with the tier 8 with tier 5 series. I highly recommend you check those out. You can get a lot of cool ideas. Some of them are expensive, some of them are pretty cheap, so on and so forth. But for this one, it's just really good with the great axe. It has a lot of AoE. Mercenary jacket has a lot of health, and then your scholar cowl lets you regen energy pretty quickly. Enough of that though. Also, really important, Danglemouth catfish for the health regen out of combat. That's also really important as well. And then finally, so what's the big deal? Why are you not worried about going to the black zone? Well, I'm just gonna talk as I'm going through here. Just say yes when you get in there. When you get to the black zone, you're going to be doing the solo dungeons here, okay? And then if you take a look at where we are here, reset camera, we're way over here. We have tier 5 zones here, Over here you have a tier 6 zone, tier 5 zones, tier 5 zones. I recommend sticking to the tier 5 zones while you're only at expert reaver. Okay, now while you're here, while you have the bubble around you, you are safe. You cannot get hurt, you cannot get damaged by fellow players. Okay, now I don't really recommend doing the dungeons that are close by here because people will come in and try to gank. Okay, and while the shield is off, you are vulnerable to ganking. However, I'm going to show you a few things that you can do to really help out. What I recommend you do is kind of head to the outskirts here a little bit, or even go over to the next zone, to this tier 5, or you know, an adjacent tier 5 zone, and do a black zone dungeon there. Okay, all right, so once you have, so I've made my way over to the outskirts of an adjacent black zone dungeon. I see this green solo dungeon here. I'm gonna go right on in. Now once you enter the dungeon, after 90 seconds that entrance closes outside. All that means is that no one else can enter the dungeon besides you. This means that dungeon diving is almost dead in Avalon Online, and you have a free range just to enjoy yourself. Okay, so what you could do if you want to be extra safe is also why you have wanderlust and soldier, so you can run away. You can go further. You can maybe clear out, like, you know, so maybe you want to clear up to this point right here, right? Just really quickly, right? So then as soon as you enter the dungeon, time yourself 90 seconds. Okay, and then once those 90 seconds are up, that means no one can enter. You can continue on and have a worry-free experience. Okay, but if someone enters, you can see their name pop up very quickly, and then just A out before they come and get you. You know what I mean? So it's a possibility. Or you can just wanderlust and run past them, because the entrance is going to be like right here. Okay, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, something I want you to, I want to show you here is look at the fame. Look at the red number that appears when you're in a black zone. Okay. Now, I want you to compare this number to when you're doing a yellow or a blue zone, right? Just because that number is going to be pretty significant compared to yellow zones. I don't know the exact number. I might put a little number on the screen right about now if I decide to, but laziness, am I right? I don't get paid enough. So I got 1,060 per kill there compared to whatever the yellow numbers is. I tell you right now, it's very substantial, and the silver dropped on the ground is also a lot more than the loot you'll get at a yellow zone or a blue zone, and the loot you get in the chest after a boss is usually a lot better as well. It's random, but it is overall better loot, and you can easily get your money back, no issue. All right, no issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through this entire dungeon, and I'm going to see we're going to see how much money I made off of loot alone, not even the silver, just the loot alone, and see if it makes back our 48k, which is our equipment. Alrighty then, believe it or not, this dungeon only had one boss with the chest. The other one had the fame buff, which is also nice. Let's see overall how much we end up getting here. Yeah, so it is a purple chest. Ended up getting 151k on a one chest Andy dungeon. Now average, probably not gonna get this much, but I mean, if I go home right now, I have made back 3 times my gear, and I'm in a tier 5 green dungeon, right? Like it's that easy. Now let me show you how to make it home a little bit safely. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and head on out of this dungeon. But notice something: as soon as we get out there, the entrance will be gone because it's been over 90 seconds. Obviously, it took me like 5 or maybe 5 to 10 minutes to finish that. Entrance is gone. You're gonna mount up. You have a shield right now. You do have a shield for leaving the dungeon, so this is nice. It's gonna protect you from gankers immediately, which is awesome. Just know when you have this shield, you do get the you do get a debuff where you're not allowed to get this shield again for 40 seconds. So just be wary of that as well. Okay. So once you make it over here, you'll end up in this place. Come on, you're a little bit closer. We're here. Okay, so luckily again, we got this shield. We're not gonna get ganked. Feels good, man. Feels really good. And now we're gonna leave. I don't know why they're watching me. The beautiful thing is, okay, so, oh no, they're gonna try to gank me. Whatever will I do? You come over here, you get off your mount, you click, you get this, and now look at that. You're invisible. You're completely invisible. You know, if you don't use any action, but you'll be able to make it all the way to the portal out like this. Okay, so I mean, right now you are completely safe. You're completely safe. You're good. You're good, brother. You're fine. So now I'm going to be able to make it all the way home without losing a single bit of silver. And yeah, day one, baby. You can do that as soon as you're able to afford a tier 4.1 set, I would say. You can start doing this day one, which I believe in you. I feel like you'd be able to do that pretty quickly based on, you know, my other money making guides or etc. etc. Now, a couple of things though. Bonus tip. Like I said, when you get Expert Reaver, which is this one, you can do tier 5 dungeons. Okay, when you get this one, Master Reaver, you can start doing tier 6 dungeons a lot more effectively. I recommend you do it. Tier 6 is easy to get to. Tier 5 and 6, those are going to be your easy early game money makers, fame makers. Okay, easy money. All right, when you get to the tier 7 Grandmaster Reaver and tier 8, I honestly, I mean, I have some builds that you can do tier 5. You can use tier 5 equipment in tier 8 dungeons, and you can reliably beat the dungeons if you have the you know, the goodness, the greatness in your soul, like your man himself. But those are more difficult to get to. Tier 7s and tier 8s are more in the middle, so you're gonna want to get to these rests, which are a little bit difficult to get to. So I'm not gonna go into that in this video, but let me know if you want me to talk about them some more. And yeah, that's about it. Day one, baby. It's when I started playing Outbound Online, I wish I would have done it. Okay, and now after the Rise of Avalon update, they've made it so much easier. I think you'd be dumb not to. Now, what about red zones? You can do red zones the exact same way, because red zones, you're only going to be targeted by people who are flagged up and everything, but like you're not going to get as much fame as going into a black zone. So I recommend just going into a black zone. If I'm being 100 with you, just go into a black zone. Tier 5 black zones, you make a ton of money to get a ton of fame that way. You can get the tier 8 weapons and armor just like that, you know. So you know, it's your provocative, but that's gonna do it today, guys. I hope this video will help. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and like if you haven't yet, subscribe. I'll be on online. I got plenty of tutorials. I make plenty of corrupted dungeon videos as well. PvE, you name it, your testosterone daddy is gonna take care of you. That being said, guys, I'm out here. Y'all have a good one.